All right, episode 3, Creature Commandos. Cheers of the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, what'd you think?
Loved it. We got, pretty much the whole backstory, history of
GI
Robot.
Except I do have a point of order that they should have gone in deep, punctured the kidneys, turned the insides into black pudding, like I know he can, but he should have just said that he was in jail because of Project Paperclip, because there were Nazis all over. They kind of alluded to it in the TV.
Right, but they didn't put it right in those terms directly.
Yes, and I want it in those terms directly. I want Americans to know that the fucking government decided that it was good to have Nazis around, and we are not some moral authority like we think we are. Because if you're willing to hide Nazis, just saying. So that's why GI Robot was put in jail.
It did, yeah.
It alluded to it, but it didn't.
Right.
It's not like they had somebody from NASA there too, and he's like, ah. But they kind of did allude to it when they went to the. Was it a military? Was it what was that meeting he went to? Because that he was found and revitalized, and then they went to that meeting. The guy with the cat.
Yeah.
Was that just an army? Was it
like neo-Nazis?
No, I don't think it was neo-Nazis.
No,
I don't think
it was like memorabilia.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
Collectors, bunch of people that are World War II fanatic buffs or
but
whatever.
But then would they all been coming in their pants seeing GI Robot, or was it like a what Cotton is? Cotton Hill, the VFW. Was it a VFW hall or was it?
Jesus, now it's not very clear to me.
No, because they had that big swastika back there, and it's like,
right.
Well, that's a trigger for the poor robot, you know.
And flags on the walls.
Yeah. So what was that? That could have been clearer too. So see, just because we like it doesn't mean that it's perfect. We still,
I might want to go back and revisit just that part.
Yeah.
I was unclear about that too. What kind of a meeting was that? Was it like a bunch of neo-Nazis, like in a little small room, or was it a bunch of like
VFW,
bunch of World War II buffs?
Yeah.
All getting together for a little gathering, whatever. I don't know.
So there's that. But otherwise...
But all the decor triggered him and confused him, and he shot them all, yeah.
Which I'm surprised that didn't happen when he first showed him his.
But they were not like military enemy. We were not at war. They were civilians.
No.
He was convicted for that.
Yeah, but when the guy showed him his Hall of Shadows or whatever, from V.
Yeah.
His collection of stuff. That didn't flip him out to begin with.
I would have expected if he had any Nazi memorabilia with swastikas on it. That would have triggered him.
So you saw that.
But he didn't have any of that.
Yeah, he did. He had a King Nazi hat.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he had
I was looking for something like that. I missed it.
He did.
Oh
my God, he had a King Nazi hat.
I missed it.
Yeah, so I'm like, he's not flipping out?
That should have triggered him.
Yeah, so little inconsistency there. I understand.
At least alarmed him enough to have reacted to it.
Yeah.
Are you Nazi?
Yeah, and then...
And he would have had to convince him that he's not.
And then the owner would have been like, no, I just collect this stuff. And he wouldn't be able to process that either.
You'd have to convince him that, I'm not a Nazi. That's not mine.
I think that's deeper than Gunn wanted to go with.
Well, that and
the character.
And they did have, time restraints on, runtime. So
I know, but
they could only go so deep.
You can still, yeah.
Anyway.
Hit the back of that wall. You can still.
I just thought it was interesting that it was alluded to it as much as it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty clear what it was without having to say so. And
but there are times when you need to say so. Be like, hey.
Yeah, because there's times when your viewing audience may not be hip to it.
And it's not that they're stupid. They just don't know how to have the length of breadth of history like some of us do.
No, they just don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
nothing wrong with not knowing something.
And given that it's kind of a clandestine Amanda Waller, I got a big cock kind of group, what would be the problem with talking about Project Paperclip? Because these fucks are morally gray.
Well, yeah, and the whole show is about that gray morality.
Yeah, so if you're going to go...
And it's everywhere.
And again...
It's not just in the monsters, it's everywhere.
Yes, and again, it's what these progressives do, where it's just these are the bad people, because we say they're the bad people. No, you're a morally...
Bad people are everywhere.
Yeah, You're a horrible person too.
And that's what this show is about. You know, that gray morality, and not just in this group of individuals, but everywhere.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think this suffers from the same thing that Venture Brothers suffers from? That it could be an hour show and still...
Oh, it could easily be an hour. I could sit... no.
Yeah, totally.
When it's over, I'm like, oh, really? That's it already?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because
you got to wait another week? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
it is super engaging. It is entertaining.
It could be totally an hour long, and I'd sit through it.
The art style is wonderful. So, why the fuck not an hour episode? Come on, James.
Well, you got to blame the suits for that too, because they wouldn't have greenlit it. Because, oh no, it's an animated. You get a half an hour. That's what you get. Make it work.
Well, I'm here to say that I would love to see an hour-long cartoon show that is as good as this. So, to whoever wants to hear it, there it is.
Totally agree.
And with that, like, share, subscribe.